Hello everyone, welcome back to FPL STAR. Today I gonna discuss about the weekly transfer plan for Game Week 23. Before starting, if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel. Now let's start. In this video, I have divided Game Week 23 transfer into 5 categories. They are essential, differential, sell, hold and ignore. Essential are those kind of players who have very high ownership and they are essential for double Game Week 23. And the differential are those kind of players who are not very much popular but they can give you a lot of point and help you to improve your rank. The sell kind of player are the player are not performing well, you need to sell this kind of player, and hold are the player you need to hold in your team if you have, because they are not performing now but they will improve their form and they have very good potential to get a very good point. The ignore category is the player are not performing well but they can be very vital player for future. So now move on to our first essential player for double game week 23, and it's Odegaard. And I think in double game week the best player you should go for is Odegaard because of he has no rotation risk, so he will obviously play in Brentford and Manchester City game, and Arsenal is the best side now. And if you look at Arsenal midfielder, I think Odegaard is the best option. He is better than Saka and Martinelli. That means that if you want to go for an Arsenal midfielder, then Odegaard is essential. And other double game week midfielder from Manchester City like Kevin De Bruyne, Mahrez and Grealish has some concern about their minutes because of rotation, but Odegaard has not got any problem of this, so that's why I think Odegaard is essential. And if you look at Odegaard's performance in last 5 matches, he got 31 points and scored 2 goals and provide 2 assists, so that's why I think Odegaard is essential for double game week 23. And if you look at his goal ratio is 0.49, which is also good. Now move on to the second essential player for double game week 23, and it's Saka. And I think that after Odegaard you should go for Saka, and he has not got any minute risk, where the Martinelli got minute risk because of Trossard. So that means that Saka is a nailed player for Arsenal and he looks sharp in recent match, so he's a very good option to go for. And if you look at his recent performance in last 5 matches, he got 26 points, scored 2 goals and provide 1 assist, which is quite similar to Odegaard. So I think after Odegaard, Saka is the next essential pick for double game week, and I think he will improve your rank also. Now move on to the differential category, and first player in differential is Nikita. He is more attacking than Saka and Odegaard, but he has some concern about his minute in the upcoming game week, because when Gabriel Jesus will be fit, then Nikita will be benched. So he is a transfer for short term but not for a long time, and Gabriel Jesus might be okay in 1 month or 15 days. So that's why Nikita is a differential pick. But if you look at his performance, he is the best player for Arsenal now. A lot of chance are begging for him, so that's why Nikita is a very good differential one, just 9% ownership. And in last 5 matches he got 26 points, as similar of Saka, but he got a lot of chance. If you look at his goal ratio is 0.94, which is higher than Saka and Odegaard, so he's a very good differential one to improve your rank. Now move on to the second differential pick for game week 23, and it's Akanji from Manchester City. And Manchester City defender all rotate, but I think Akanji has the better chance to start both game, and if he start both game, then Aston Villa match he can get some clean sheet point, and just 2 points for Arsenal game. It's an away match and I don't expect Man City to maintain clean sheet because they are not doing well in recently. In last 5 matches they cannot maintain any clean sheet, 1 clean sheet actually, but Akanji has not going get any attacking return. His point per match ratio is poor, 2.2, but he is nailed for Man City, and that's a nice thing for him, and that's why he can be a very good differential, just 2.8% ownership. And I prefer him better than Ake or Walker or Lewis or other Man City defender because of his less minute risk. Now move on to the sell category, and first player you need to sell is Almiron. His next fixture is Bournemouth, and in 25 he has a blank game. Bournemouth is a nice fixture to have, but if you look at Almiron performance recently, he is very poor in attack. His goal ratio is 0.11, and in his last match against West Ham, he doesn't looks to be in the box. So you need to sell this kind of player who are not in the box and taking a midfielder spot. And in now a lot of good FPL midfielder in there, so you need to sell Almiron for them. Now move on to the second sale, and it's Salah. If you still have Salah, you need to sell Salah. In last match, they conceded 3 goals against Wolves, and if you look at his Salah's performance, his shot per 90 is 1.80, which is very less for a midfielder like 12.7, highest price midfielder. So that's why I think selling Salah is now a important question for you, and that's why you should solve it, and you should sell Salah. I just only can say you can go for Bruno Fernandes. Even Kevin De Bruyne is better than Salah now. Now move on to the next category, and first player to hold is Martinelli. I know he has minute risk, but if you don't have a lot of transfer to make, then I think Martinelli hold is a nice option, because he might start Brentford and Manchester City game, and he might play 60 minutes, but still he will start. So that's why I don't think that selling Martinelli is a good idea. You can hold him, and there is Champions League match ahead. I know that Arsenal is not in the Champions League, they are in the Europa, but there are European games, so that's why Martinelli has a very good potential to start, and you can go for Martinelli because of his attacking nature. His attacking nature is more than Saka and Odegaard, but he has minute risk, and that's a quite concerning thing for you, and you should hold him. The next player you should hold is Kevin De Bruyne. In last match, he doesn't play against Tottenham, and it was a shock for his owner. But I think in next 2 matches he will start, because in 60 minutes, Pep Guardiola first changed Mahrez to Kevin De Bruyne, so he can understand that Kevin De Bruyne is a very essential player for Manchester City to create a chance. Haaland are not involved in the game because Kevin De Bruyne is not there, so there is no chance created, and that's why I think Kevin De Bruyne will play in next 2 matches, and he looks to be a hold for your team. But if you don't have him, don't go for him, because he has some minute risk also. Now move on to the ignore category, and first player you should ignore is James, and I know he is now fit, but he's not fit for playing 90 minutes. And the most concerning thing about James is if he play for 58, 59, in last match he played for 59 minutes and you are not getting clean sheet point. He's a good attacking defender, we all know, but his clean sheet point is important for a defender. So that's why I think you need not go for Reece James now, but he can be a very good player in future. Now move on to the second ignore player for Gameweek 23, and it's White. And I think White is need to be ignored, because if you look at other Arsenal defender like Saliba, Gabriel and Zinchenko, they look to be nailed, but Ben White has some minute risk. In 60 minutes he was subbed for Tomiyasu, and recently a lot of matches this happens. So that's why I think that if you go for an Arsenal defender, you should go for Gabriel and Saliba. I prefer these two, and you don't need to go for White because of some minute risk, and he is not as attacking as Saliba or Gabriel. White can only give you some clean sheet point only, so that's why you need to ignore. And now summarize this all. The essential player for Gameweek 23 is Odegaard, Saka. The player is differential is Nikita and Akanji. You need to sell if you have Almiron and Salah. The player you should hold is Martinelli and Kevin De Bruyne. You should ignore Reece James and Ben White. And that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please like this video, and if you are new in this channel, please subscribe this channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Good luck for your team.